Hello YouTube, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 6 of COMMCast. I'm your host, Lauren Pallas. COMMCast is a production of the Longwood University Communication Studies Department and the COM 434 COM Lab. It's a show where we get to know the members of Longwood and the Farmville communities. On today's show, let's get to know Dr. Ronda Scarrow. All right, so what is the Steel Magnolias about?
Well, Longwood University Theater is putting on the show Steel Magnolias. We open next Wednesday, and the show runs through Sunday afternoon for a matinee. And one of the things we're really excited about this year is we're offering a high school matinee, so local high schools can come in and not just see the show, but they'll have a talk back with the cast and crew, because I'm real big about the folks behind the camera, and the folks that are running the light board are just as important as those on stage.
Yeah.
But the story itself is about 6 friends and how they deal with good times and bad times.
Aww. And what challenges come with creating this production?
I think the biggest challenge is scheduling. We tried to not keep everybody so late, because we do believe that to be a theater major, it's tough. You have rehearsal, you have to learn your lines, and then plus we want you to keep up your grades. So I think that that's been the biggest thing, is trying to accommodate schedules. There's 6 in the cast, and 4 of the actors want to be teachers. So 4 of those students have had to juggle their practicum placements along with their rehearsal. So it's been a tough job.
That's rough.
But they've done it.
That's true. They get it done. And what message do you hope the audience gets with watching Sweet Magnolias?
Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias. I'm so
But
sorry.
it is sweet. I hope the message that they walk away with is friendship's important. And even when there are trials and tribulations, we can find something that brings us a little joy, a little happiness. And we can laugh about some things that maybe don't seem funny right at this moment, but in a day or two, we can look back and find something to put some joy in your heart.
That's very nice. And you're an alumni from Longwood, and you recently received the Nancy B. Shelton Spirited Contributor Award. How did you feel about receiving this award?
Wow, you've done your homework. Well, first of all, I was tremendously surprised and a little embarrassed because when they got up, when the announcement, when I went to the banquet and they told you what the Nancy B. Shelton Award was, and they talked about things I had done, sometimes off the cuff, I'm not very safe. And so when I took the stage, this is what rolled out of my mouth. Wow, anybody that's got all that going on needs another round of applause. And I got one.
I love
But
that.
it sort of relaxed the audience a little bit, and it relaxed me too. So, but it was a tremendous honor. I knew of Nancy Shelton. I did not know her personally, but she's Longwood royalty, so it was a real honor.
All right. And how did your time at Longwood really affect how you spend your time here now?
Well, I think that theater has an opportunity to teach life skills, to be on time, to do your part, and I think that that's what I was taught. You have a responsibility to yourself and to your other castmates. And that followed me into the classroom as a teacher, a high school theater teacher. And I think it's part of what I do now. I don't think teachers are late. We're either absent or present. And I try to model that. And sometimes my students don't like it. But often they return and say, I'm so glad that you always made us be on time, because that's, it's important. So yeah, I think I've brought those things, and I couldn't finish that thought without mentioning Dr. Patton Lockwood, who was my theater teacher, and had such a tremendous respect for him, and so much of what I learned and what I do today, I model what he did.
That's awesome. And I heard you spend some time in the comm department.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us what that was like for you?
Oh, that's the best group of people I've ever worked with, besides the theater folks. Just a good team, a real inclusive group, and it was an opportunity to teach. I taught public speaking, and it was an opportunity to teach students that I would not normally see. So yeah, it was a good time. I learned a lot, and I can remember I was in a meeting with the comm faculty, and someone had come to give us some information about some things that were going to take place. And I remember, I can't remember who it was, but I can remember he said to all of us, he goes, "Are your meetings always like this?" And all of us were like, "What does that mean?" And he said, "Well, you just also," it was such a camaraderie group. So,
Yeah.
And I don't think that's changed from what I see in here.
I love that. And so for Steel Magnolias, where is it and when is it going to be played?
Okay, so we open on the 18th, and we're on the main stage in the CSTAT building. And our show starts at 7. And because it is a black box, we start promptly at 7. And if you arrive at 7:01, you won't get in. And if you, so it's important to get there on time. And the other thing is there's a new ticket process this time. And so you have to buy those tickets online. You can't buy those tickets at the box office anymore. So that's something new. But if you'll go to our website, just Longwood Theater, everything comes up and it'll direct you exactly where you need to go and what you need to do.
Perfect. And all right, now we're going to go ahead and get started on our next section.
Okay.
And that's going to be quick trivia.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to Fast Trivia. So our first question is, how many languages has the play Steel Magnolias been translated to?
I don't know, but I will give you some trivia. When Robert Harling wrote the play about his sister's journey and dealing with diabetes, he wrote that as a short story, and he wrote it in 10 days.
Oh, wow.
So how about that for trivia?
That is.
Okay.
All right, and the answer here is going to be 17.
Oh, wow.
All right, and so the next question is, where is Steel Magnolias set?
It is in Chicopin Parish in Louisiana, and the radio station there is WKKPD.
Oh, I love.
KPPD, that's what it is, KPPD.
All right, let's see, and the answer is Louisiana.
There you go.
All right, and when did Steel Magnolias turn into a movie?
I'm going to say the 90s, but that's as close as I can get, because I believe he wrote that in 1987.
All right, and the answer is 1989.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, and thank you to Dr. Ronda Scarrow for joining us today, and thank you for everyone watching, for everyone behind the scenes. I'm your host, Lauren Pallas, and tune in next Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. for another edition of COMMCast.